What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the Fantasy Six Pack News Cycle. I'm your host, Dylan Clements. Here with me, as he is always, is Michael Plant. What's up, man?
Not much, man. How about you?
Just got done watching Monday
A
Night
thriller of
Football.
a Monday night.
Yep, Chargers win 1916. Russell Wilson started out
Yeah,
hot, but then he did Russell Wilson and
I
Denver
was gonna say,
Bronco
have they
things.
s- have they scored 20 points on prime time yet?
I don't think so. They hit their average today at 16, man. It's absolutely brutal. Um, but like always, we like to keep this short and sweet, so we'll jump right into it, man. And we got a trade alert. The Carolina Panthers trade Robbie Anderson to the Arizona Cardinals for a sixth and seventh round draft pick. This is in light of them finding out that Marquise Brown is going to be out for 6 weeks at
At least
least.
6 weeks.
Yep, at least with a foot injury, which is bad news, man, because he was commanding a 28.6% target share. So,
But it's
and
perfect timing for the Hopkins suspension to come up,
yes, but I was excited to see Kyler with Marquise Brown and Hopkins together,
as we were all.
but now it's Kyler with Marquise Brown and a Robbie Anderson who just kind of got kicked off his team after he got set in the locker room by his coach over the weekend, and obviously,
Yeah,
the
just to correct you real quick because I know you didn't mean it, but it's Hopkins, not Brown. Um, Hopkins and Robbie Anderson. It should be interesting because one's got the speed aspect, one has the possession aspect, and this is the aspect that Kyler Murray's been missing the whole year. I mean, you being a Kyler owner, you're seeing it all day. I mean, these receivers are dropping passes left and right. This is
yep,
something Hopkins will not do. All
yeah,
right. Hopefully, this is something Robbie Anderson will not do either.
yep. It's not often we see a wide receiver traded mid-season and it work out. The last time we did was probably Amari Cooper when he went to the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Uh,
and usually it doesn't work out, but with the circumstances surrounding Carolina, with Matt Rule being fired, David Tepper wanting to bring in at least a competitive nature, a competitive culture. Robbie Anderson seemed to be the type of guy that was just complaining for touches, which I understand. I mean, he has not been getting touches, but they've also been in a situation where they've been losing week in and week out. If this was a little bit similar, like the Elijah Moore situation, which tune in on the weekdays for updates on that. But they're winning. This team's losing. So Robbie Anderson is frustrated because, and he should feel frustrated. I'm surprised. C-Mac is the bigger guy here. He's not showing the frustration. But Robbie Anderson clearly wanted out, and this is clearly, a guy that Matt Rule brought in because of his time in Baylor. So it was only a matter of time before Anderson left, whether this just accelerated the timeline or, kept it the same.
yeah, I'm assuming that's what made Robbie Anderson be like, "Nah, I'm over this. Get me out of here." With
Yeah.
his
It's
with
not it's
his
not my guy.
yep. I'm curious. I'm assuming you're not starting Robbie Anderson this week, but do you think he could creep into some flex territory with bye weeks coming up? Does that pique your
Absolutely.
interest? Okay.
Absolutely. This is a team that the defense is not good. They don't stop. They couldn't even stop Seattle. Couldn't stop Geno Smith. I know they only scored 19 points, but they can't really stop anybody. They're just kind of subduing people with simple plays, and it is working to the offense's advantage, which means this offense has to throw a lot. We're seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler Murray's throwing 30 to 35 plus pass attempts a week, so there is fantasy appeal here for Robbie Anderson. But I saw the update here that with it being a short week, Thursday Night Football against the Saints here, he's going to see a very limited package, limited snap percentage. So it's not going to be this week, unfortunately. But going forward without Marquise Brown and Hopkins, and you have Rondell Moore, who's probably going to maintain the same role, I think Robbie Anderson kind of slides into that Marquise Brown role, which is exactly what Marquise Brown has been playing the whole time. That stretch the field, go deep kind of receiver. But now the big thing here is Hopkins is back,
Mm-hmm.
the possession receiver. Because I really do hope Marquise Brown has a quick recovery. But on the injury where he got hurt was one of those possession catches that Kyler Murray just threw up that Hopkins gets with two people on him. Marquise Brown's not that type of receiver. And lo and behold, he gets hurt trying to do something he is not accustomed to.
And it was the same foot that he injured his Liz Frank on. I'm pretty positive. In his
Yes,
previous
it was. I believe it. You
seasons.
are correct with
Mm-hmm.
that. No, the biggest thing is here is like Marquise Brown was doing great, fantasy NFL wise. Like he was keeping that team afloat offensively and keeping some teams in fantasy afloat with that target share. But that is not the receiver Marquise Brown is. He was, in the sense of doing more than he could actually accomplish, and now we see the outcome of that.
Yep. Exactly. I agree with you. I'm excited to see Nuke Hopkins back on the
Oh
field,
yeah,
man, and people who drafted him, I'm assuming are excited as well.
big
But
time.
that pretty much wraps it up, guys. As always, keep it short and sweet. You can follow me on Twitter at dclemens2222. You can follow Michael Plant at @blike_Mike with two eyes. For Mike, I'm Dylan. We'll talk to you guys next time.